What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we're going to be checking out some spicy battles from a member of the community, Carlson. So shout out to them. Thank you for sharing this with us. This battler gets to legend with this spicy team: Jirachi, Blastoise, and Shadow Snorlax. So I'm really excited to see how these games play out. This is going to be in the Remix Cup. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this team and these battles. Huge congratulations to Carlson here for hitting legend with such an awesome team, and let's go ahead and get right into the video. Okay, getting into this first battle here, we have Jirachi on the lead versus Tropius. Somewhat of a decent matchup right here, considering Confusion and Doom Desire are going to do quite a bit of damage in this matchup as well. Going to be resisting Leaf Blade and Aerial Ace here coming from the Tropius. So they're going to go ahead and throw this Doom Desire right away. We'll have to see if there's going to be any shields yet on the Tropius. I don't imagine the first one yet. No shield just yet. But this Jirachi can easily go for a second one. But sadly, Charge Move now coming through from the Tropius here. They're going to go ahead and let that go. It is going to be the Leaf Blade there for resisted damage because of that steel typing. And then able to get to the Doom Desire right here. And they're going to look to undercharge it. They really wanted to farm some more energy, and I don't blame them. But Tropius does go down. So we'll have to see what is going to be in the back. And it's going to be a Drifblim here, which still is going to take a lot of damage, but they're going to go ahead and swap into Blastoise right now, start getting ahead on energy. Charge Move now coming through. Could be a Shadow Ball, but Blastoise is very bulky, so they're going to go ahead and let this go, and it is going to be that Shadow Ball right there for a lot of neutral damage. But can they get to the Hydro Cannon in time? They're going to overload a bit and now go for Hydro Cannon. They're not swapping out, which means something in the back is probably weak to Blastoise, which means it might be a Steel, maybe a Registeel or a Bastiodon or something like that. So Drifblim's looking to throw another Charge Move here. This is Shadow Ball. It's going to take out Blastoise. If it's Icy Wind, it will not. It is going to be the Icy Wind. Blastoise hangs on with 1 HP right there and able to get to the Hydro Cannon. This is going to do enough damage to take out the Drifblim right here, but they do decide to double shield so Snorlax can come in and farm down. Doesn't need to shield at all either. Icy Wind and Shadow Ball are not going to do too much, but they will go ahead and shield that first Icy Wind, and we do see that it is going to be a Bastiodon now here. So they're going to go ahead and load up on some energy on the Jirachi and go for the double Doom Desire right here versus Bastiodon. Kind of surprised they didn't throw a superpower first, then swapped, but that's alright. This game is pretty much locked in here for this battler here. So they're going to go ahead and throw another Doom Desire here versus Bastiodon, but Bastiodon is very tanky and it can farm down this Jirachi right here for a lot of energy, but the Snorlax still has a shield. It can easily go for the superpower right here and take out the Bastiodon. We will probably see a shield as well for the Charge Move right here, and we'll have to see if this Snorlax can take out the Drifblim as well. I imagine it can. They're going to go ahead and overload on energy and go for this superpower right here. This is going to do super effective damage and take out that Bastiodon, and then we will see the Drifblim then go down to the Snorlax right here, and that is going to be a good game. Very well played. Let's see here. We got Jirachi on the lead versus, I think that might have been Medicham in the top right. Jirachi versus, it said Meditiles. I'm like, what? Oh, it's in a different language. It is Medicham here on the lead, which is actually a pretty nice matchup considering Jirachi, because of the Psychic Steel typing, right, is going to resist or take neutral from Power Up Punch. Going to resist Psychic and resist Ice Punch. So they're going to go ahead and shield that first Charge Move and look to go for double Doom Desire right here. This does a lot of damage to a Medicham, and they will either win this lead or get double shields right here, both of which is pretty solid. So they do get the first shield. They're going to go ahead and go for the second one to get the second shield, and as long as they keep this thing away from the Shadow Snorlax in the back, they are sitting pretty good. They do get a second shield, and they're going to go ahead and swap into Snorlax. Start getting ahead on energy. They don't care. They're like, hey, Medicham, I'm here. You can try to take me down, and I wonder if there's double Charmers in the back, which might be why they're saving the Jirachi. No, it's going to be an Altaria in the back, so they decided to swap out, and they're now going to be going for Body Slam here. This is going to do a lot of neutral damage against the Altaria, and we'll have to see if it can take it out before it gets to a Sky Attack here, because Sky Attack will be able to take out the Snorlax, but they might try to commit to that farm down with Dragon Breath right here. This is a lot of damage. This Altaria is going to have to throw its energy right here. Oh, it's going to be a race. Yeah, Altaria decides to throw the energy, which is fine. Jirachi can come in and farm down, or heck, even Blastoise could come in and farm down, but let's see what they decide to do. They're going to come in with that Jirachi and farm down. One Confusion does it right there. Medicham does have loaded energy, and we'll have to see what the final Pokemon is going to be. Medicham goes down to Confusion. Final Pokemon is going to be a Lapras, so this is basically going to be a good battle. Doom Desire does neutral damage here because of that Ice-Water typing, and we will see them swap into the Blastoise here and look to go for the Hydro Cannon. This is a Shadow Lapras as well, but this Hydro Cannon should do enough resisted damage to at least almost take out the Shadow Lapras right here. And that will be a good game, very well played. Actually, if it can get to a Skull Bash... If this is Skull Bash, I think Blastoise can survive a Shadow Lapras Skull Bash right here. Yeah, I can. Okay, that's going to be a good game, though. And that will be, yeah, Blastoise absolutely hammering down that final game right there. All right. Really unique team. Haven't seen any of these Pokemon yet in the Remix Cup myself. So it's great to see. Wow, Jirachi versus Jirachi Mirror. Let's see how this plays out. They're both going to be doing resisted damage with Confusion and the Meteor or the Doom Desire here, but let's see what they decide to do. They're going to go ahead and go. They both go for Doom Desire at the same time, so it looks like Carlson here is going to be winning CMP ties, has the higher attack. No shield on the opponent Jirachi. No, they didn't CMP tie. No shield on the opponent Jirachi, but they were able to sneak in a Confusion right there, which is going to be really nice to race to the third Doom Desire because we'll likely see shields here come out on the second one. They sneak through another Confusion right there, which is huge here for this lead. That Doom Desire is not going to be enough damage to take it out, and there's going to be no swap just yet, but they do have two Doom Desires loaded. They will either win switch or get shield advantage right here. Here comes that first one. No shield by the opponent, and they're going to look to Confusion down. Oh my goodness, Jirachi with the... I don't even know what to say. It did a good job there on the lead, right? Farming down. So they're going to go ahead and go for Doom Desire. I didn't see what came in. It's going to be a Mandibuzz. Okay, so Blastoise might want to come into this one. Snorlax is not going to do too much damage, but Blastoise right here. Water Gun's going to do a lot of neutral damage, and we see a Meganium now come in. So Shadow Snorlax definitely has a challenge ahead of it because Meganium just does so much damage with Frenzy Plant, and it can also destroy that Blastoise as well. So we'll have to see how this plays out. They're going to build up quite a bit of energy here and look to go for Body Slams. They have to throw it for neutral damage and hope they get shields here from the Meganium. So they do get one right there. Here comes the next Frenzy Plant. The Snorlax is going to have to shield. It needs to get this Meganium lower because Blastoise... oh, man, this is going to be a close one. I don't know if they can pull this one off here, but they're going to look to go for another Body Slam here. Meganium, again, should be shielding all day long because if they can take out this Snorlax, they can land a Frenzy... Wow, it didn't shield right there. That is a huge win condition now for this Blastoise, and the opponent decides to swap back into Mandibuzz, which is perfect. That means this Shadow Snorlax can throw this Body Slam, look to bail out into Blastoise, and Blastoise might be able to commit to the hard farm right here. It does have Ice Beam, but that Meganium not shielding going for the Frenzy Plant might have just cost the opponent the game right here. We'll have to see if this Blastoise can pull it off. They're going to go ahead and go for Hydro Cannon, put a lot of pressure on this Mandibuzz to throw out that final shield, and they do right here, which means it might be able to commit to the farm down. Another charge move coming through. This is going to be that foul play again for neutral damage. But I think Mandibuzz has a bit too much health in order to farm down. They're going to have to throw energy at some point, and they want to get this Blastoise as low as possible so that the Meganium cannot farm as much energy. But this is going to be an absolute race. Water Gun versus Vine Whip. Oh my goodness, Meganium goes down to the Blastoise Water Guns right there, and that is going to be a good battle, very well played. That got very, very questionable in the mid-game there. But oh, here we go, halfway through the video, and they got to Legend. Awesome job. I'm guessing they continue on to go. Yep, they continue. They're like, we might as well keep this train going. They just got to Legend with that team. Huge congrats. Now they are in the Legend ranks, and they're oh, that's a good lead right there. Confusion just does so much damage, and we do see a Vigoroth safe swap right here. So they're going to go ahead and go for the Blastoise swap in right now and look to load up a lot of energy. That Jirachi with Doom Desire late game might do very, very well, but we'll have to see what is in the back. I'm guessing it might be a Registeel, so we'll have to see. But they're going to go ahead and go for Hydro Cannon right here and look to shield as well. They want to try to maintain that switch advantage and put a lot of pressure now with the Hydro Cannon. But, oh man, this Vigoroth, when Vigoroths are this far ahead on energy, everyone, it is so tough to come back from because Body Slams will be flying all over the place. So they're going to go ahead and go for the Hydro Cannon, put some pressure on the Vigoroth here to force that final, or first shield, but they decide not to, which means the Roserade is going to come in and farm down. which also means it might have a Weather Ball. Actually, one more fast move, it's going to have Weather Ball right here. So they're going to go ahead and go for the charge move, and they're going to have to shield. Weather Ball does super effective damage, and they weren't able to get the Doom Desire off in time to get a shield from their opponent. And we do see a swap into Jellicent, but a Shadow Snorlax is going to be able to come in and farm down. If this Jellicent does not have Ice Beam, this is looking really, really good. But they do have Ice Beam. That is unfortunate. Hopefully this Jirachi can get, or this Snorlax can get shields from this Jellicent, and then Jirachi might be able to close. But if I was them, I'd save the shields there for Roserade. Yeah, they're going to look to save the shields. Shadow Snorlax is going to try to farm down right here. Another Ice Beam is going to be coming through. Is this going to be enough to KO, though? It's all going to come down to the Ice Beam is not enough to KO, which means Lick's going to take it down. Here comes a Body Slam. That should be getting the shield, and Jirachi has 2 Doom Desires loaded up, and this Roserade is out of energy. This is going to be very, very close. There's the first shield. Here comes the swap into Jirachi, able to get off the Doom Desire. This is going to be getting the second shield from the Roserade, and it's all going to come down to who has the energy. Roserade shields. Here comes the next one. Is this going to do enough damage to take out the Roserade? I imagine it will. It's going to do neutral right here, and it takes it out, and that is going to be a good battle. Very well played. That got very, very close. Very, very close. Good games right here. Alright, we have Jirachi now on the lead versus Registeel. Somewhat of a tough matchup right here, and they're going to swap right away into Shadow Snorlax, and we are going to see a Medicham now come in. So they're going to have to go for these Body Slams for neutral damage, but Medicham throwing the charge move right away, probably going to be Power Up Punch, looking to ramp up its damage, which it will be Power Up Punch right there, which Medichams who throw those Power Up Punches can become so deadly because their damage is going to keep doing more and more, and there's nothing here that resists it, right? That Steel Psychic typing is going to take neutral. Blastoise is going to take neutral, but Medicham decided to let that charge move go through, which means it's not going to be able to survive long enough in order to throw multiple charge moves and counter down this Jirachi. So we do see a shield there from Jirachi, and we'll have to see what's going to happen here. I imagine there might be a Sableye in the back. No, Registeel is going to come back in, and they're going to go ahead and swap now into the Blastoise, start getting hit on energy, and it's going to be a Mandibuzz in the back. This is going to be an interesting battle right here. The battle of the tanks. Blastoise versus Mandibuzz. Water Gun and Hydro Cannon versus Snarl and Foul Play. Let's see how this plays out. Mandibuzz does have 2 shields, though, but Blastoise has an Ice Beam. Is he going to sneak through this Ice Beam right here in a 2-shield situation? No, Mandibuzz is playing a bit smarter than that right there. They're going to go ahead and shield that. Blastoise is just going to have to tank these. I don't know how they can pull this off. This might actually be a loss. We'll have to see here. They got to get to this Hydro Cannon in time. No, not able to get to it. Will we see a shield? Blastoise is going to shield. Man, how do they pull this off? I don't know if they can. There's really no win condition right now. Unless the Ice Beam lands, they're going to go ahead and go for the Hydro Cannon and maybe swap to Jirachi. I don't know, man. How is he going to pull this off? Lands it, swaps, throws the Doom Desire right away. This does neutral damage to Mandibuzz right here. Might force a shield. Let's see what happens. Gets the shield. Mandibuzz is going to go ahead and go for the Foul Play, which will... Yeah, this is game over, which is going to do super effective damage here against that Psychic typing on Jirachi. Almost takes it out. Registeel... No, it can just... Okay, Jirachi able to get to the Doom Desire. But Registeel is going to have a Focus Blast. Registeel is going to have a Focus Blast, and that is going to be a good game. Yeah, that's good game. Blastoise, unless it has, like, Overheat or something. Yeah, that's going to be a good game. Very well played. Tough one to come back from right there, but really well played. And, yeah, let's go ahead and move into the next battle here. I thought for a second he was going to pull that off, and I couldn't see how. I was doing all the simulations in my head. I'm like, there's no way this can be pulled off. Alright, we got Jirachi versus Altaria on the lead. We saw this earlier, and it's a pretty decent lead, or pretty decent matchup here for the Jirachi. We will see the Doom Desires do a lot of damage as well, a lot of neutral damage. Plus, they have that Fairy charge move right there of Dazzling Gleam. So we're going to go ahead and see a no shield on that Sky attack. Look to build up to double Doom Desire and look to throw that first one. This does so much neutral damage that this Altaria is going to have to shield one of these if they want to stay in this matchup. So there's no shield right there. They might try to commit to the farm down, and they'll have to shield this Sky attack, which I think they could. Yeah, they're going to go ahead and shield and look to farm down because they have so much loaded energy. They might be able to hit something hard in the back. Even if a Medicham decides to come in, they got that Dazzling Gleam, right? It's going to be a Ferrothorn, I believe. It was a Grass Steel. We'll have to see. Doom Desire is going to come through. Yeah, it was a Ferrothorn right there. Shiny Ferrothorn at that, which is kind of cool. But these Doom Desires really start to add up. And this Ferrothorn can't really farm down. The Bullet Seeds are going to be resisted by the Steel typing right here. So this Jirachi is going to be getting off so many charge moves. Here comes a third Doom Desire versus this Ferrothorn. Absolutely chunking right here. And taking that switch or lead advantage right there is amazing here for Carlson. Charge move now coming through, going to be taking out the Jirachi. We will likely see that Shadow Snorlax come in and farm down. Maybe even the Blast. Wow, they undercharged it and brought in a Haunter. Oh no, Shadow Snorlax is going to come in and have a field day with this Haunter right here. Not expecting the Snorlax in the back. So charge move now coming through. Could be Sludge Bomb. They're going to have to shield it. I think it was a Shadow Punch. And they're going to try to commit to the farm down. They swap to Blastoise to catch the charge move right here. This is probably going to be Sludge Bomb. Let's see. Yeah, it was Sludge Bomb for a lot of damage, but Blastoise able to farm down, and Blastoise now will be able to take out that Ferrothorn. No, Ferrothorn throw in its energy as well, but Shadow Snorlax should be able to lick down, and that will be a good game. So Power Whip does take out the Blastoise right there, and Snorlax is going to be able to farm down, and that will be a good game. Very well played. Really great showcase of this team so far, and we'll have to see how these next battles go. We got Jirachi on the lead versus Bastiodon. Tough lead right here, but they're looking to stay in. Now, they have two counters to a Bastiodon in the back, so they're going to go ahead and swap in the Shadow Snorlax. We do see Meganium come in. This is super ideal. Keeping this thing away from Blastoise is a huge win condition for them endgame, and shows that maybe they don't have a fighter in the back. So we will see. Actually, they might have a Sableye, though. So we will see a no shield there on the Frenzy Plant, looking to go for these body slams to get themselves shield advantage, because Blastoise and Jirachi will need that endgame. No shield by the Meganium as well, and able to... Wow, they needed that body slam right there, but they're not able to get it, which means the Jirachi is going to come back in and look to farm down. It's going to have to respect that Earthquake right here, and they will be shielding. That Earthquake would do super effective damage, able to block it right there, and now they can commit to the farm down right here and have loaded energy for the Bastiodon that is likely coming back in, or it might be a Sableye. No, it's going to be the Bastiodon that comes in. They're going to go ahead and go for these Doom Desires right here. It's going to do neutral damage, and we'll have to see what is the third Pokemon, but they need to get a shield. But they're going to go ahead and swap in the Blastoise before they get it, and it's going to be a Haunter in the back. So Haunter will definitely have to shield this Hydro Cannon coming through, and we now have a potential win condition with that Jirachi farm down, or just Blastoise water gunning this Haunter down. Let's see what happens. Charge move now coming through. Shadow Punch won't KO, and they're going to go ahead and let it go. If it's Sludge Bomb, it will take out the Blastoise, though. It's going to be a Shadow Punch, not enough to KO, and the Haunter's going to have to throw its energy, which means Jirachi will be able to shield, or potentially farm down right here, and have to shield the flame. Yeah, wow, one confusion took it out. So now it's going to be Jirachi versus the Bastiodon again, but this Jirachi is absolutely loaded on energy. We saw how much damage Doom Desire did, and hopefully they can get to, I think they're going to need three Doom Desires here in order to take out the Bastiodon and get a shield. So here comes the first one. No shield right there. They still... Yeah. Wow. Here comes another... Come on. You can get to it. Yep. This should be a good game. They got two back-to-back now. So Jirachi able to handle this lead matchup with energy advantage, though, which is what they needed from farming down all of this mid-game and late-game Pokemon. So this Doom Desire here is going to be taking out the Bastiodon, and that is going to be a good battle. Very well played. And that, I believe, was the final one right there. So really fun team right here, Carlson. Huge congrats on hitting Legend again with this team, with Jirachi, Blastoise, and Shadow Snorlax. Really spicy. And let me know down in the comments what you guys thought about this team and these battles. And like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.